Pronunciation Pro.
Pronunciation Pro.
Yeah, so tell me kind of about, in that mental health strain and how you kind of built that confidence. Because, I want to then kind of talk about what you're doing now and some of the things that you're able to do in your career now and how that's progressed. But talk to me about kind of that mental shift that happened for you.
So during those 3 years, I was in this mental state that whomever said hello to me, and then I would say obviously hello back, and then I would get this, response back, oh, where are you from? So every time that someone asked me a question, and then I would feel so bad, and I would take it really so personally. So what? I just said hello. How did you get that I have this accent from a hello? Right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that. Like, I felt in those 3 years that people are asking me because they are really trying to find some faults in me, right? Or they were just trying to show me that I really do not fit into society, right? And then I'm normally a very friendly person, but I didn't make any friends. I didn't have anywhere to go with anyone, only my husband and my kids. But I had a very active life back home. I remember my parents looking at their watches, when will she be home? Like, from that kind of an active life, you come here, nobody was isolating me, but I was in an isolated situation. I didn't have a job. I was at home the whole day. And then whenever people ask me questions, I always took it in a negative, defensive way. They want to show me that I don't fit in, or they would like to show me that, I don't know, like, I always felt it in a negative way. But then after I got my job, the more and the more that I met people, colleagues, other adult ed teachers, and then the more and the more that I made friends, and then the more I started interacting with people, I was committed to see that I really wanted to see the goodness in people. So when people are asking me, hey, where are you from? I started not taking it in a negative way. So this time, I really made it like a game. Okay, you're asking me, oh, let's play this little game. Can you guess? Like, because people don't know, they have their stereotypes in their minds, like they look at your face. Where could this person be? Then when I think about all these things, about the goodness, people are curious. They really mean well. Oh, I haven't met anybody who really meant bad, but, in the past, in all those 3 years, nobody was ever disrespectful to me either, but I was in that depression state that, I wasn't feeling well. But however, now these days, since I first started teaching in 2007, people are asking me, well, let's talk. Or, I try to see that they are curious. Okay, I'll tell you what you want to know, right? So
Yeah.
I have a more open mind now. I don't take the questions in a defensive way. Obviously, people still have stereotypes, right? But it is not my job to break their stereotypes. It is their own problem. So that's really helping me a lot, for a while. You have a stereotype, okay, and then you have something on TV or in the media, that's fine. But it's me, I am my own person. So.
Oh, I love that. Those are such incredible mindset shifts, and things that we talk about a lot in Pronunciation Pro is, these mindsets of when people are asked to, where are you from? I think it's a very, very, I've heard it over and over again from our students that it's like, oh, I don't belong, or they, they're judging me, or, so things like that. That's a very common mentality to get into. But shifting that to, they want to get to know me, they're curious. They it's the first thing they can think of to ask about, so they can engage in a conversation with me. Go ahead.
At the beginning, I think I did tell you this when we met. I really wanted to change my accent. It was my main focus. I wanted to change it. But then imagine this, I came to this country at the age of 30. I mean, when you think about it, I already had an accent. Yes, there are some words that I have changed, but I have to be honest, there are some words that it is very hard for me to say. So
Mm-hmm.
what I do is that I don't say that word, I find a synonym and then I use the synonym. Obviously, when you write, it's not the problem. And then when I realize that that word is gonna come out of my mouth, and then I take it back, and because I know that I am not gonna be able to say it, or I say it and I tell the person, I know I might have killed that pronunciation, but it's okay. Did you understand what I say? Yeah.
Perfect.
And then my husband was telling me, why? Why would one try to change their accent if that person is already trying their best, to say things clearly? Just then, if you do that, I don't think it will be you. You won't be Ahu anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, then he would always tell me about that, or I would ask him, can you tell me, am I saying this, correctly? He would be like, no, I don't want to hear this. And then he would just leave the room. Still does that. But
Yeah.
I think the mindset is, it is a lot of work, and we are bilinguals or multilinguals. We have that superpower. Most people do not know the second language. So we come with this asset. And then I do believe that how we think in our first language really makes that impact on how we speak our new language.
Mm-hmm.
Like our reactions, the things that we sometimes translate, word by word. I have so many examples that I could tell you, all those things. But, we're trying. So
Yeah.
we have a place in our communities like everyone does. So we just take it one day at a time.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. There's so much acceptance of just who you are, where you're from, what your story is, and a lot of confidence in just this is how what I choose and how I'm going to show up in the world, and I feel good about it. And so that's the confidence that I was
Mm-hmm.
was hearing from you when I saw you present.
Mm-hmm.
There was just a lot of confidence in, like, I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I may have a little bit of an accent, and
Mm-hmm.
might not say things exactly perfect, I guess it
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it was more about the confidence. You're confident being up there, you're confident in your
Mm-hmm.
expertise,
Mm-hmm.
and you exuded that, like that shone forth. And even right now, that confidence just
Yeah,
shines.
yeah.
So it does give us that recognition that, okay, for a lot of my students, there
Mm-hmm.
is a need to speak clearly and to be able to work
Mm-hmm.
on that
Of course.
pronunciation and that accent. But even more important is our mindset
Yeah,
and the way that we think about ourselves and can control what we can control, and let
absolutely.
other people have their stereotypes, like you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
and allow them to be the way they're going to be. And as you show up is your true self,
Mm-hmm.
it changes stereotypes as well, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
doing your part to change those stereotypes for people,
yeah,
because they're like, oh,
exactly. Yeah,
Ahu is
exactly.
pretty amazing, and
Oh, no, thank you.
I really, and so it changes people's
Yeah.
perceptions too.
I think, what I think is that confidence really does not happen overnight. I
Mm-hmm.
think when we have people that support us, our teachers, our colleagues, our family members, or when we really get to know better about our new culture, about our surroundings, or when we really are in those environments where we are with people who are like us, right? So we met at
Mm-hmm.
the teachers convention. So I'm a teacher, all other people were teachers. So, and then there were so many people from maybe so many countries. So it was the place to be. So nobody criticizes anyone, nobody asks where you are from. Oh, they do, but they do it because they really want to. They really want to know. They are curious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I always think about it, like in my husband's side of the family, I'm the only one who is from another country, so I'm interesting for them. So it is good. I'm interesting. They have always been very kind, no stereotyping. But there are places, obviously, people do watch news, or people have some stereotyping towards some cultures, and it is okay. And as I did say it, it's their problem, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So it doesn't happen overnight, but what can we do? I think if we don't try, and then if we do not have that positive mentality, I think we might feel really so upset and then very withdrawn. I don't think that we would want to have that, because we are part of our communities. We make
Mhm.
differences in whatever roles we are. Even when we are stay-at-home moms, we send our kids to school, right? That's a big
Mhm.
job there. So we all
Yes.
make that difference in our communities, even when we are new, or we are here, we have been here for 20 years, so it doesn't matter.
Pronunciation Pro.
Pronunciation Pro.
Pronunciation Pro.